6:03 on Monday, December 9th. We're at 44 degrees. Rain starting a little later this morning. Highs in the upper 50s. Good morning. I'm Michelle Basch.
And I'm John Aaron. The top local story we're following this hour as we continue to cover the Trump impact on the Washington area. Businesses and local leaders are bracing for more people to possibly move out of the region. WTOP's Luke Luker tells us a certain group that businesses often rely on to fill any potential gaps could start to decrease as well.
Terry Clower, the director of the George Mason University Center for Regional Analysis, says many of working age.
This is not the 20-year-olds that are leaving. This is our 30 and 40-year-olds that are leaving.
And going to areas that are more affordable to raise families. The region has in the past depended on international migration for workers, but during the first term of President-elect Donald Trump, the area saw a dip in workers migrating here. And with policy proposals outlined for the future, we could see those dips once again.
We just look at the industries in our region that have about half of their employment base in non-citizens. We're talking about the hospitality sector.
As well as construction.
Because they're key parts of our economy and key parts of what we need to be doing.
Luke Luker, WTOP News.
A marquee event graced the nation's capital this weekend, the Kennedy Center Honors. The honorees included filmmaker Francis Ford Coppola, songstress Bonnie Raitt, legendary rock band The Grateful Dead, and the Apollo Theater. More now from WTOP's Jimmy Alexander.
There are so many things that make Bonnie Raitt so special as an artist.
Singer and songwriter Brandy Carlisle.
She has shown so many women what it can look like to stand on stage with your shoulders back, an electric guitar, all alone in front of a band.
Do you think she knows how cool she is?
She knows. She knows.
Bonnie Raitt was at the first Kennedy Center Honors back in 1978 when her father, Broadway star John Raitt, was part of a tribute to composer Richard Rodgers. And that night you have to wonder, did she think that one day the tribute would be for her?
Absolutely would not have imagined that I would reach that class, or the Grateful Dead, really, you know.
From the Kennedy Center Honors, Jimmy Alexander, WTOP News.
Wow, so jealous. I'm such a fan of hers.
Pretty cool.
The 47th Kennedy Center Honors will air on CBS on December 22nd.
The DMV will be kicking off the week with some wet weather. 7 News First Alert meteorologist Brian Vandegraff says morning rain should clear by this afternoon, though.
Well, we are looking at some off-and-on showers throughout a good chunk of the midday. I still only see about 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch of rain, so not a ton of moisture, but nonetheless, it still will be a little bit damp to start off the day.
Now, temperatures will go to the low to mid-50s, which is well above average for December. We will have your full forecast, of course, coming up at 6:08.
Many people are turning to artificial intelligence to answer simple questions or create content, but it's also playing an important role in answering traffic questions, or traffic concerns, I should say. WTOP's Mike Murillo tells us this includes making traffic lights smarter.
In our region,
Washington, D.C. is using AI to help with signal timing optimization.
And in Maryland, Kathleen Walsh with AI firm PMI Cognilytica says traffic planners are
using a series of sensors and cameras placed at various intersections to help anticipate traffic flow.
Now, she says all this helps, but current infrastructure makes it hard for AI to really get things moving. That said, she says there is hope one day that fully autonomous cars will make a big difference out there.
I know we're not quite there yet. It's an incredibly hard problem to solve, the autonomous pattern of AI. The goal is to remove the human from the loop.
There's a belief that that will really make the difference, and she says she's looking forward to a day when those cars are out there en masse. Mike Murillo, WTOP News.
Still ahead, a record-breaking tour comes to a close in Vancouver. We've got traffic and weather in 30 seconds.